Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to the channel. So today, following kind of along with some of the previous posts we've made about guns, been a lot of interest in those videos, so I will go ahead and do one more. This is the 5 best guns that I found in 2024. It is my opinion on these. These are things that stood out to me that were very different from everything else, and I'm going to kind of go through this in the time that I found these. So I'll start out. The most interesting gun of 2024 I found was released from Fold AR. I live in Henderson, Texas, and they're right down the street. I actually did some work for them this year and was able to get some of the weapons from there. And one of them that stood out is what they call an SCW. And that's it. This is a compact AR pistol. And so basically, and it is a fold AR. So when you see this magazine will drop out. You hit this, take the mag out, the gun is empty. I'll just go ahead and prove that real quick. Gun is empty. But what's interesting about this, so you can extend this stock out, or this brace rather, out on this pistol, and you see you get a good sized AR-15 pistol. But when you close that, it also breaks down right here with this lever. So you pull this lever down and open that up. You have to pull the bolt back slightly, but when you do, the gun now folds. It folds at a barrel joint there, right at the barrel. And so this is a gun that they own the rights to this patent. But look at that. That's an AR pistol that will fit in a tiny bag, which I thought was incredible. So this is called the SCW, or the subcompact weapon, and we'll go ahead and fold it back out again. And it's from Fold AR. And these are available, I think, in 5.56 and 300 blackout, and I do have one in both. But that was the first one that was interesting this year. Fold AR pistol. An AR-15 pistol from Fold AR, the SCW. Pretty cool gun. Thought that was awesome. Glad to have it. And I also do have that one in 300 blackout. So that was the first standout of the year. The second one came from Ruger. So Ruger released a 308 that basically is the same size as an AR-15. So when you look at this one, the weight is typically is light as an AR-15, and that claim was correct. This is called the SFAR, or short-framed automatic rifle, and it's a semi-automatic rifle there. And you'll see that this one's actually kind of heavy. I put a LPVO scope on it. I've got a side optic there, which is a dot on the side. I've got backup sights on the side as well that are mounted to the side, and there's a flashlight on this gun. And so the idea of this gun, it was supposed to be light, and this is my probably second favorite AR that I own, and it is an AR-10 platform basically, in the fact that it's 308, not 5.56. So that's the Ruger SFAR right there. And so I liked it so much, but I made that one so heavy, I ended up getting another one to have the light option available. And yeah, that might sound ridiculous to some, but I actually like this in the light configuration as well. And so I have 2 different configurations of this rifle. That's an SFAR as well, in 308. I like the handle. This handle also breaks out to be a bipod. You can shoot off the hood of the truck very easy with this gun. And, you know, it's got a smaller light up at the front, but this is much lighter than the other one. That's my fault, the other one. I made it, I built it up to the way I liked it, and out to about 1,000 yards, that gun's pretty dangerous. But this one here I use at closer ranges, but it's the same gun, just a different optics setup. And I actually can mention that too. I got these optics on a trade as well this year. I traded a gentleman a 1903 A3 and its original furniture for those, because I have several of the 1903s. So those are the AR component of the video. I like all different types of weapons. I hunt with pistols often. Haven't been hunting in quite a while, but I have these for as soon as I get back out into the field. I found this one, which I thought was incredible. This is a Performance Center Smith & Wesson, and this is their 357, what they call the Mag 8 357 mag 8 times. And so you look at this revolver, it is empty, but look at that. It holds 8 rounds of 357. So that was outstanding. I actually got rid of 4 of the 357s that I had previously because this one took the job of all of them. It is a performance center, so the grips are fantastic. Just a fantastic weapon from Smith & Wesson. So this will be a hunting rig or a self-defense rig. Either way, 8 rounds of 357. If that doesn't heal what Asia, then you probably don't need to be fighting, you need to be running. Okay? And this one, so that's the SFARs, I'll count those as 1. The fold AR is 1 and 2, right? That 357 is number 3. This would be number 4, and it is a 44. And this is a Smith & Wesson Performance Center 44 Magnum Hunter. And this gun, I do plan to hopefully go hunting with in the next year or 2. It holds 6 in that wheel there. It's very well weighted though. The weight is very much to the front, which is going to keep you on your target, but also it's going to keep the recoil minimal for that 44. And I don't think 44 recoil is that aggressive, but that's an outstanding weapon. I traded ended up trading 2 pistols into that one to get that gun just a few weeks ago, which if you do that in Texas, it's within your legal rights to trade the guns that you have for other guns that you may find interesting because it's your property. I always trade it to people that have their concealed carry license because then they're not a felon, they haven't done anything like that. But I always look at that license and make sure it's valid because if they have a concealed carry license in the state of Texas and I do as well, then I know it's just 2 Texas citizens doing something that's within their legal rights. The reason I use the concealed carry license as an ID when I'm doing this, if they have that, they've gone through all the background checks. And so I know this person can carry a gun every single day. So them trading out with me is not going to put a gun in the wrong hands is the way I view it. And then the number 5 of 2024, I actually just picked this up last month. And so this weapon, this is a 270. And if you take a look at this is a classy looking gun. And I actually traded an AR-15 for this weapon. I valued the AR at about $1,000. And this gun, the scope actually folds over so you can read what it says. And this gun is actually a original Mannlicher from, I'm going to mispronounce it, but it's SCHENAUER, so from Schnauer, and this was made in 1952, and it's N270, so it's a round that's a pretty common hunting round in the United States, but this is original. And so the gun I traded for this gun was about $1,000. When I looked into the values on the auction sites of this weapon, these guns are selling between $5,000 and $7,000, so especially from this time period in this caliber. So the last 3 sales that were all in Texas, this gun sold very well. So that was a very exciting thing to find out. It's a beautiful rifle. I probably will never get rid of it. I like pretty guns. I like classic guns. I like guns that have a history behind them. And this was from 1952. I'd be very curious to see what that's done in its lifetime. But yes, those are the 5 that stand out for me from this year that I found that were interesting, that were new. The SFAR is fairly new when 2024 started, and the Fold AR SCW was new when this year started. It was just launched this year and has got to be one of the coolest compact weapons there is. This is the most compact Fold AR, and it is absolutely amazing and fun to shoot. So that's a Fold AR pistol, the SCW, but you also can get that in an SBR version from them and have a stock instead of this brace in the SBR version. So that is available too. But yeah, hopefully that was interesting for you. I don't normally share my guns on videos and those type things. I've been doing more of it recently because of content on the channel. But at the end of the day, it's something that I enjoy a lot, and it shows kind of in those 2 guns, the SFAR as well and the Fold AR, it shows a lot of ingenuity and modern thought around an old platform. One thing that people don't think about is AR-15s have been around since the 1950s. Okay, so it's not a new weapon. And those 2, that one for 308 that's been lightened to the point, and the bolt carrier group and the charging handle is smaller than what would be on an AR-10. in that Ruger, and it works perfectly fine. I've seen people screw the guns up. I've got 2 copies of that gun, and both of them run just fine and do great from 50 yards, 40 yards, 20 yards, all the way out to 1,000 plus. So those are exceptional guns. The Fold AR, they also have full-size 16-inch rifles. They have the SCWs. They have some double folds. They have a bunch of different things around the folding concept, which they own. No other rifle folds like that. It is the most compact AR pistol and AR rifle you can find. So those are pretty cool. And then the 2 Smiths, it's hard to beat a Performance Center Smith & Wesson when you're looking at a revolver. And it's hard to beat 357 and 44 Magnum. I've hunted and shot 357 and 44 Magnum for better part of 20 years. And they're exceptional guns. They'll take care of anything that you're going to hunt in Texas and most of what you're going to hunt in North America. If you think people use 44s as defense against grizzly bears and actually actively hunt grizzly bears with those, that's a stellar scream for how good the gun is and what the weapons do. But that barrel you saw on that gun, it's not short, right? So I don't feel comfortable shooting pistols. I can hit targets out to 100, 110, 120. But I don't feel like it's ethical to shoot game out beyond 60, 70 yards with pistols if you have a dead rest. If you don't have a dead rest and you're trying to shoot freehand, I would bring that under 50 yards. 40 to 50 yards would be as far as I'd go there. But both of those we'll see sometime in the field in the future. And that 270, I'm going to hunt with that as well. It's a beautiful gun. I collect 30-40 Craigs. And maybe I'll show you some of those at some point in a future video. But it's a fantastic weapon too. So I look forward to hunting with that one as well. If you like content such as this, please please subscribe. I will be doing more of these from time to time. And if you want to put your favorite from 2024 in the comments below, go ahead and do that and we'll get that checked out. And if you have something good you want me to do a video on, I might do that as well. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm Ben. Be good.